Here we are on the edge of the world's greatest lake, 10% of the world's fresh water, Lake Superior. Welcome to Glistening Shores. Welcome to Glistening Shores. My name is Justin from Cedar and Stone Sauna, and today we're going to talk about all things wonderful overnight stay at Glistening Shores and the process of sauna, or sauna, as you might hear it up here in the north. What we're going to talk about is the process, not just the little hot room. Some people know sauna as this little warm room in their gym or next to the hotel. I'm going to teach you today the process of sauna, and that is quite simply hot, cold, rest, rehydrate, and repeat. And while you are here at Glistening Shores, you have the opportunity to enjoy a cedar and stone sauna that's right on the shores of Lake Superior, looking out at this fine, Great Lake. And if the weather allows, you might even get to jump in the cold lake and cold plunge yourself. As we go, I get so many questions all the time of how long do I sit in the heat? How do I do this? What's next? What are the steps? And let me just break them down for you quickly. First off is the sauna is this workout routine. It is a process that gets your heart rate going. And so I always like to connect it to running. You're not going to necessarily be running a sprint if you've never trained for it. You might not be running a marathon if you haven't trained for it. I invite you to ease yourself in. In sauna, the heat is your pace. The hotter it is, the faster you are running. And the distance is how long you're going to be in the heat. I'd invite you to start between 160 to 180. That's a really good introductory heat. And that is Fahrenheit. It is warm. It is great. And then 180 to 200 if you've gotten some intermediate or you've done this before. As you do that, your body's gonna get going. You're gonna start perspiring. Those first 10 minutes are gonna be the toughest. They're gonna be where your body's adjusting. Your body's getting used to what you're gonna set and get it into. So take those first rounds, and that first round especially, around a temperature that fits right for you. 160 to 180 or 180 to 200. And as you're in there, I invite you to go for, let's say 7 to 15 minutes. Those are really good starting temps. Those are really good. Listen to your body. Don't use the timer. Listen to your body. Your body's gonna tell you when you've had enough heat. And when you have, when you're like, whew, I've got enough now, I pushed it a little bit, here we go. Come on out, get some fresh air, cool down in a nice breeze. Maybe there's gonna be snow on the ground out here, or if you're really interested, hop in the big lake. As you get into the cool lake, as you cool down, your blood and your veins are going to do the opposite. When the heat, they warm up and they open. In the cold, they constrict and they close. And that vasodilation and constriction is what makes this so good for you. We tend to see people doing a quick dip the first time, or maybe a little bit as they get used to their breathing. And then their body's going to tell them, hey, I'm ready for more heat. And this is the spot that most people miss. Sauna is not a one rep kind of thing. It's not a one set type of thing. This is the thing that you do in rotation. And so you're gonna go back into the heat, and now your body's ready. You've kind of stretched the rubber band. You've done some heat, you've done some cold, and your body's gonna say, ooh, I could do that again, I want some more. And we invite you back in. You're likely in that second round gonna be able to go a little bit longer, and you might be able to even go a little bit warmer. I invite you to try to do that cycle 3, 4, maybe even 5 times, depending on how you feel. It's gonna be really dependent on your sleep and your eating and how you've done that week and the stress you have in your body. It's a lot like exercise in that way, where you're gonna be doing that thing and you're gonna be going through the process of sauna in a way, and I just invite you to listen to your body and see what's enough. Don't push too hard. What you're gonna do is you're gonna relax, and your muscles are gonna relax. You're gonna melt away any tension in your back and your shoulders. We so often see people coming in feeling tight and leaving with their shoulders down. You're gonna feel that. And we are so excited that you will. As we go, I wanna now talk a little bit about water over the rocks. So much of sauna is this experience of the best ingredients, putting those things together. Wood, stone, water, and heat. All those things make for great sauna. So when you're in there, you are in this beautifully designed, locally made, sustainably sourced sauna that we have delivered up here and added to site. And while you're in there, you're gonna have a ton of stone. You're gonna have hundreds of pounds of stone that is gonna be heating up to that preferred temperature that you start at. And so often we see at hotels and gyms this big sign the size of Wyoming that says, don't throw water on the rocks. And let me tell you, as somebody with a Finnish last name and family from Finland and has grown up in the north, it is the myth of sauna #1 that you can't throw water on the rocks. You always can and should. If you are in a good sauna that is designed for it, which most are, you are gonna throw water on the rocks to create humidity. And you are gonna feel that fresh water turn into steam, and that's gonna wave throughout the room. And that addition is gonna be the sort of sweetness and the sauce that you don't get in just dry sauna and you don't get in just steam room. It is this middle ground where you're gonna be throwing that on a little bit at a time and enjoying that as you're in there. And likely, the hosts here are gonna be providing a little bit of essential oils and scents to add in for a bit of aromatherapy. As you go, think about how your body's still feeling. The warmth will be a little bit more when you're in there and you're throwing water on the rocks. Number 3, as we go here, I want to invite you to take a break and take a breath. So much of this space of sauna is this moment of presence. It's this chance to be up here and be away. I invite you to put your cell phone away for a little bit and get away from the podcast and get away from any screen and quite literally enjoy the view out that window looking at Lake Superior. Coming up here to Glistening Shores, that is it, is the invitation to be present here in space and time and place, and to be present with anybody who's with you. So in the sauna here, I invite you to do that as a group. If you're here with a group, use that as a space of connection, of conversation, of doing a hard thing together like jumping in Lake Superior. And my guess is that you are gonna make some memories while you're here. You're gonna have the chance to connect with those people in a bit of a deeper way than you thought. You're gonna do a thing like sauna and cold plunge that might be a little bit difficult or new, but it's gonna bond you together with those folks. And as you do that, you are gonna sleep so well tonight. And so I invite you to do that. Make sure as you do this, you're gonna rehydrate before, during, and after, and you will find deeper sleep than you've likely felt in months. Now, there is a whole lot of geeky health benefits and science behind this that is being studied, but the truth of the matter is, the science is just now catching up to the cultural wisdom that the people of the Nordic countries and the people right here in northern Minnesota have known for hundreds of years. And so as you're here at Glistening Shores, enjoy every moment of it, and thank you from the whole team at Cedar & Stone and Glistening Shores for enjoying your sauna experience together. If you have any more questions or if you're interested in learning more, check out some of the details right below in the video and in the information that we provided on site for you here. Thank you so much, and we can't wait to see you soon. Enjoy your time.